Namaskar. This is Shilpa Bhawana and I extend my heartiest welcome to all of you in your favorite talk series, Chartered Accountants, The Growth Gears. It is presented by the Committee for Members in Industry and Business, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So my dear friends, let's get started with the roller coaster strengthening the profession of Chartered Accountancy.
With an aim to develop the next generation of professionals, ICI has undertaken revision of the Chartered Accountancy course to make it more aligned to the technological changes, international developments, and national education policy. Our examination system has been appreciated by the Supreme Court of India. Our members are trained to ensure both academic and practical excellence and to be value-added service providers. This makes them global professionals and in huge demand.
Friends, never confuse a single defeat by the final defeat, because error after error you are going to explore the excellence. So today we are going to witness one such story of excellence of a chartered accountant. From the balance sheet of humanity to the profit and loss account of emotions, he is in all good books. And why not? He is a chartered accountant. My dear friends, we are going to meet today the Chief Executive Officer and the Managing Director of Hindustan Unilever Ltd, CA Sanjiv Mehta.
Having the perfect organizational skills, CA Sanjiv Mehta has done his bachelor's in commerce, chartered accountancy, and also completed his advanced management program. For the last 20 years, he has led businesses in different parts of the world as the chairman and CEO. He is the recipient of many awards and always brought laurels to the alma mater, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India.
Sir, most welcome.
Hi Shilpa. Hello everyone. Delighted to be here.
Pleasure is all ours to sit next to you, I would say.
No, not at all. And I really look forward to our conversation today.
So, when we say this brand, Hindustan Unilever Ltd, you are such a personality who is behind making this brand one of the most valuable companies in the countries, if I'm not wrong, and increasing the market capitalization from $17 billion to $65 billion.
Oh, in fact,
more than that?
It is over $70 billion.
So how did you do that, sir?
Shilpa, because I'm at the helm of Hindustan Unilever, very often people feel that it's just me who has contributed to this kind of market cap growth. There is a myth of a great man. It is really the team which makes it happen. Hindustan Unilever is a company where we are blessed with a great set of people. We are the employer of choice in the country. We are able to recruit the best possible graduates from management institutions, engineers, chartered accountants, rank holders. My job as a leader is to inspire them, to motivate them, to align them, help create steely-eyed strategies and then execute them through people.
Wow.
So I would give credit to the success of Hindustan Unilever to the team that I am so lucky to lead.
So a chartered accountant creating that team, how about that?
I'm a very proud chartered accountant.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes, being a chartered accountant and leading India's foremost marketing company is a privilege and an honor. And I believe my training as a chartered accountant has helped me become a CEO. I firmly believe that the grounding, the initial training, the love for the business, the analytical ability, the business understanding, a lot of the seeds were sown during my formative years when I did articleship and when I became a chartered accountant.
So articleship does play a lot of role because it gives you a practical training of the field.
Oh, absolutely. I think the most important bit, Shilpa, is how do you treat articles training? Yeah, you could use it as a chore, as a mundane activity which you have to complete, fulfill, meet the requirements of the institute, of the examination. Or, in my case, I had a wonderful opportunity to visit different businesses. And when I used to visit different businesses, of course, I had to do the audit, I had to do the compliance, I had to do the control, but I used to use that opportunity to understand the business models.
To learn more about that.
To understand what makes a business succeed.
Exactly.
And also, I used to be a very keen observer of leaders in the business.
They are the live examples at that time.
Absolutely, and just think of it. I was not even a graduate when I started my articleship. And at that age, getting this wonderful opportunity, I think that really sowed the seeds of my falling in love with business.
Maybe that's the reason that even being a chartered accountant, now you are running the company, or I would say leading the company into like marketing fields.
You know, the other bit is, the way I would position it, Shilpa, is to become a business leader is you need to understand various facets of the business.
Rather than just having the knowledge of basic fundamentals, there are other things as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, if you want to lead a consumer goods company, you need to have deep understanding of consumers.
Exactly.
Of marketing, of sales and distribution, of supply chain. And then, of course, you should be having a good grasp of business fundamentals, finance. So you have to be a leader of business and a leader of people.
Yeah.
A leader of business knows what to do. A leader of people knows how to do.
You being a chartered accountant, you are also leading this organization where it's totally consumer centric, I would say. So when we are talking about a CA, most of the time we consider that gentleman as like more rigid with the figures and everything. And when you are consumer centric, at that time, you need to be a little softer on the side, a little sensitive. So how do you balance both of the things between like your personality?
That's a very good question. You know, what chartered accountancy does is, of course, gives you a good grounding in accounting and finance, in corporate laws. That becomes your core competency.
Right.
Yeah. To become, say, a leader in a consumer goods giant like Hindustan Unilever, that's a necessary condition, but not a sufficient condition to become a CEO.
Right.
Yeah. To become a CEO, you have to know your consumers.
You have to get that nerves on.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, even today, we regularly visit the markets. We regularly visit the consumer homes. And I don't go there as the CEO of a company, but I go there that I'm part of a research team. I speak to the shoppers, the consumers. I visit the bathroom.
Oh.
I visit the kitchen.
Wow. So next time I'm inviting you to my home, you will be definitely...
I'll give you an example. About 6-8 weeks back, when I was the president of FICCI,
Sir.
we had gone there to meet Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi at his racecourse.
7 Racecourse Road.
7 Racecourse Road. And there was another colleague of mine from McKinsey. And while we were waiting to meet Honorable Prime Minister, my colleague had gone to the toilet. When he came out, my natural question to him was, what brand of soap was in the bathroom?
Oh God.
And he's completely burst out
And
laughing.
such a level
he
of
said,
passion.
here we are at the Prime Minister's house, waiting to go and meet the Prime, and you're more worried about what soap is there in the Prime Minister's bathroom. But you have to be very curious.
Exactly. So, sir, who inspired you to become a chartered accountant? Because yes, consumer-centric thing, this came later on in your life.
Absolutely,
but CA
completely.
came first.
My late father, Shri SP Mehta, he was a reserve banker, career reserve banker. When our dad used to tell us stories about the bank, about the economy, about finance, and those created
Yeah, that attracted you basically.
huge impact on me. And I got fascinated by the world of finance, and that is what kind of steered me towards becoming a chartered accountant. And I remember in our school, they used to do an aptitude test
Okay.
to see what are you good at. And I was very good with numbers, very good with
Of course.
math and all that. And one of the things which came out, that amongst other things, I would be very good in an accounting and finance profession. So kind that off sealed the decision
Exactly.
choice. I decided I will become a chartered accountant. So I was very clear when I finished 12th, there was no veering about what I want to do.
Yes.
I straight did my entrance exam, started my articleship.
And qualified.
That's it.
The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India regulates the profession of chartered accountancy in the country. ICAI has produced great CAs who have made their marks in the respective fields with the complete sense of responsibility towards the nation.
People across the world follow various ancient established health practices to keep themselves healthy. Similarly, in India, the businesses rely heavily on the services of chartered accountants for maintaining their financial health. They are indeed the best known finance professionals who are capable of providing accurate and far-reaching guidance to all potential entrepreneurs and investors.
Over a period, the ICAI has achieved recognition not only with reference to the economic growth of the country, but also by adhering to the strong ethical practices.
The USP and uniqueness of CA course is its articleship training. No any course can provide hands-on training while undergoing and passing various level of CA examination. Exposure and familiarity with the nitty-gritty and complexity of business methods and process are made available by this CA course to its article training. This training helps them in their practical and problem solving requirement when they are ready to serve various stakeholders of the trade and industry.
MSME is the backbone of Indian economy, and to this backbone, strength is provided by Indian chartered accountants. We cater all their needs, be that setting up of businesses by securing various registrations under VAT laws, excise laws, income tax authorities, customs, MSMEs, trade license authorities, etc. Securing licenses from various sources, helping them conduct businesses, looking after ABC to XYZ functions of financing, and finally helping them to reach a green colored figure below the line.
Do you remember that day when you got to know that now you are a qualified chartered accountant?
Oh, I remember. We used to live in Colaba,
Okay.
and the Western India regional office used to be in Cuff Parade. And वहाँ पे उस ज़माने में जब रिजल्ट ना इवनिंग में डिक्लेयर होता,
Okay.
and I had gone there with my friends. Then I saw the results, and of course I was thrilled. I was a high ranker. I won prizes in the final examination, and then pass में hotel president होता.
Okay.
वहाँ जाके
So party
celebrate.
after that. And I would really like to say that, my dear friends, you know, when you want to achieve something and you have a clear focus towards it, of course you can achieve. And when you achieve that particular goal, then it is very important to celebrate that moment as well. Because once you celebrate that moment, it becomes a lifetime memory. So as with you, sir.
Completely. That memory of that evening
Huh.
is still etched in my mind.
Yeah. So, sir, since then, today, how do you see this profession of chartered accountancy changing, or I would say transforming or evolving?
The way a chartered accountant creates value, be it for the clients or be it for the businesses or the firms where you work, now is going to be different from what it used to be, say, when we joined the profession.
Exactly.
The importance of chartered accountancy hasn't diminished. I think the bigger focus would be on creating value.
Creating value, right.
I look at my CFO as my partner in creating value. The other important bit, Shilpa, is we are a profession which needs to be highly trusted.
Exactly.
And this trust which the society has given to us, we should never let it down.
Exactly. That's our responsibility.
Completely.
So you believe that chartered accountants are the real growth gears for the economy?
Certainly. I believe they have a big role to play in the economy. They have a big role to play as professionals. They have a big role to play in corporations. Anyone who's sitting on the fence trying to decide whether they should become chartered accountants or not, my advice to them would be, please do pursue chartered accountancy.
Just jump that fence.
Absolutely. I firmly believe that as chartered accountants, we should always pursue the harder right than the easier wrong.
Very nice. When you were heading on international platforms,
Yeah.
because many years you were there, how did you find the altitude of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India outside the country? Because they have the chapters outside as well.
Yeah. I've worked in different parts of the world. In Middle East, there are many chartered accountants, and we have a very active chapter in Abu Dhabi. The chartered accountants from India have played a big role in the growth and development of many GCC countries.
Yeah, that's really important.
And I was so happy that ICAI hosted the World Congress of Accountants,
Yes.
which was held in India for the first time.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to address the audience over there. It was a big success.
So, you are married to a chartered accountant. A chartered accountant, does she brought infinity into your professional and personal life?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm married to a wonderful lady, Mona. She was a corporate banker. So she worked with HSBC in different parts of the world. And then when our daughters were growing up and we were traveling around the world, she took a break so that she could devote time to our daughters. And now Mona and our twin daughters, Naina and Roshni, have got their own startup going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So this is my wife's second innings.
So, no one can take out the figures out of a chartered accountant.
No one can take the figures out of a chartered accountant. That's a core competency which remains with you throughout your life.
How much would you like to credit your qualification of CA into creating an impact on your professional career?
Chartered accountancy has certainly molded me. So I am thankful that I got an opportunity to become a chartered accountant. I'm proud that I'm a chartered accountant. I'm also a very clear example that chartered accountants can become effective CEOs.
Yes, of course, you are, sir. So, sir, what would be your advice to the budding chartered accountants who are they are getting trained to get qualified and working for it?
Yeah, the first thing I'll tell the budding chartered accountants is, hey guys, you're perhaps born at the right time. Yeah, nothing better than to be born in India at this stage. You're going to have huge opportunities, whatever you decide to pursue. That's point number one. The point number two is, chartered accountancy is an amazing profession. It will give you skills which will cut across industries. And whatever industry you choose to pursue, or you want to get into practice, or you want to become a consultant, or you want to get into public sector, this will come in extremely handy. So, if you want to become a chartered accountant, don't test the water with your toes. Do a full body immersion. I'll tell you, it is worth the while.
And you had done it yourself.
Absolutely. पूरी हमने डुबकी लगाई.
Thank you so much, sir. It was wonderful having this interaction with you. So much learning from you. Thank you
I'm
so
delighted.
much.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
But sir, before we say a goodbye to you, here is a special segment that we call Shilpa Bhawana special.
All right.
So that's a rapid fire that you have to play with me.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
So it will be a fill in the blanks. I would be saying a statement and there'll be blank. You have to fill it up. Chartered accountancy gives you dash.
Gives you respect.
Having a chartered accountant at home means
Lot of focus on numbers.
the combination of authority and responsibility symbolizes dash.
It is really a manager.
The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is dash.
Is a very respected professional body.
And CA Sanjiv Mehta is?
I'm a very proud Indian. CA Sanjiv Mehta is a very proud chartered accountant.
Thank you so much, sir. And it was really wonderful talking to you.
Delighted. Pleasure speaking to you.
Friends, I really believe that one of the strongest magnets that exists in the world is the qualification of chartered accountancy. Yes, because once you have the CA degree, then many other fields, industries and aspects are attracted towards you. After having this candid interaction with CA Sanjiv Mehta, I could actually realize that in the growth of the economy, there seems to be many challenges. But yes, when there is a chartered accountant, he is there to simplify that. So my dear friends, I really look forward to share many more successful stories of such chartered accountants with you. On behalf of Committee for Members in Industry and Business, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, till we meet next time, Shilpa Bhawana says goodbye. Thank you so much. Take very good care of yourself. Jai Hind.